Mortal Kombat is a franchise that is great for people who like ninjas, though the franchise certainly has more than that just going for it, including a robust story. However, Mortal Kombat shows that you can definitely never have too many ninjas. Among them is Smoke, who may not be as popular as, say, Scorpion or Sub-Zero, but in fact has been a part of the franchise since early on. Need to clear the air or smoke on Smoke? Then you've come to the right place. Here is the full story of Smoke. To borrow and mangle a phrase from Smoke himself, where there's smoke, there may be Mortal Kombat. Smoke is a member of the Lin Kuei clan of Chinese warriors. He is not natively Chinese, however. He joined the group as a man named Thomas Verbata and is from Prague. Smoke has taken on varied appearances, starting as a gray and black ninja in Mortal Kombat 2, though not playable. He was a hidden fight in that game, occasionally seen dispensing hints on how to fight him. He is seen next in Mortal Kombat 3 as a cyborg. The basic idea behind Smoke's characterization is that his character journey tends to fluctuate wildly, though he starts out as a warrior for good. Before continuing, it must be noted that there are two continuities in Mortal Kombat lore, the Midway continuity and the Netherrealm continuity. The Midway continuity is comprised of all games made by Midway Games, a continuity that closed with Midway Games' closure. The Netherrealm continuity, still active, is comprised of all games made by NetherRealm Studios, the current developer of the Mortal Kombat titles. In the Midway continuity, Smoke starts out as a companion to Sub-Zero, the alias adopted by the cryomancer Kuai Liang. Chronologically, Smoke is Sub-Zero's companion in Mortal Kombat 2, but he is not playable there. The two are tasked with assassinating the evil sorcerer Shang Tsung, but are unsuccessful by the game's conclusion. They return to their Lin Kuei headquarters to find out that there was a decree for all warriors to be converted to cyborgs. Smoke and Sub-Zero balk at this and attempt to flee, but only Sub-Zero is successful in his escape. Smoke is transformed into an evil cyborg with his programming set for capturing Sub-Zero. By the time of Mortal Kombat 3, Shao Kahn had invaded Earthrealm and attempted to capture all of the souls of the realm or assassinate his enemies. A handful of warriors' souls were protected by Raiden, one of them being Smoke's own soul. This he learns later through Sub-Zero reaching out to him. The two, when they meet, fend off an attack from Cyrax and Sector, other Lin Kuei cyborgs. But later, Smoke is again captured by Shao Kahn. Smoke is not seen again until Mortal Kombat Deception, the sixth game in the Midway continuity. He is revived and reprogrammed for complete obedience to and by Noob Saibot, the first Sub-Zero of the franchise, and the dead older brother of the current Sub-Zero. Noob Saibot intends to use Smoke as a template for a mass of warriors that he will use for his own ambitions, and the two serve as sub-bosses for the game, as a team. However, in Mortal Kombat Armageddon, Smoke eventually ends up on the side of the heroes. Prior to his conversion, Smoke is defeated by Taven in this game, assisting Sub-Zero in defending against an attack from Noob Saibot and Smoke. Noob Saibot also loses to Taven in the same fight, and Sub-Zero sets out to cleanse the two warriors' souls. Based on the placement of the two characters in the Battle of Armageddon, it would seem that Smoke's soul was cleansed, but Noob Saibot's soul was not cleansed. However, both characters die along with Sub-Zero and everyone else, except for Shao Kahn at the end of Mortal Kombat Armageddon. It is this scene of mass bloodshed and defeat for the side of light that series hero Raiden seeks to avert. Raiden would use this information gleaned from the progression of events that leads to the failure of the Battle of Armageddon to send to a past self and make different choices to guarantee a better outcome for the heroes. This is the foundation for the Netherrealm continuity. Smoke's involvement starts with him again being the partner to Kuai Liang, who takes up the mantle of Sub-Zero after his brother is killed by Scorpion. Their first task in the game involves seeking information about the first Sub-Zero's death, what little they know only given to them by the Lin Kuei. And they are outlaws in the eyes of the Lin Kuei. Once again, they refuse to become evil cyborgs and are on the run from their clan. To Smoke's initial objection, Smoke and Sub-Zero split up to search for clues. Smoke also dislikes the idea of Kuai Liang fully dressing and assuming the mantle of Sub-Zero, but Sub-Zero dissents. The two target Shang Tsung, assuming that he must know what happened to Sub-Zero's older brother. As Sub-Zero departs, he is encountered by Kitana, and Kitana loses. Smoke eventually encounters Kano as he's selling weapons to Shang Tsung. Smoke decides to interrupt their conversation, and Kano decides to fight Smoke. No charge. With Kano dispatched, Smoke demands answers from Shang Tsung regarding the first Sub-Zero's death. Shang Tsung assumes the likeness of Sub-Zero and taunts Smoke by saying the first Sub-Zero was likely stronger than him. This copy Sub-Zero fights with Reptile against Smoke, but Smoke wins. Smoke is about to pressure Shang Tsung some more, but he is ambushed by Sector, a Lin Kuei warrior converted into an evil cyborg. Sector is then defeated by Smoke, the latter affirming his refusal to become a cyborg. But Sector is the first of many, as more Lin Kuei cyborgs appear and try to apprehend Smoke, who struggles until Raiden arrives with Johnny Cage. Raiden disables the enemies with a blast of lightning. Smoke is grateful for their help, and Raiden asks Smoke to join them in their fight against Outworld. Smoke assents, but mentions that it is a priority of his to regroup with Sub-Zero, who is also a Lin Kuei target, while Johnny Cage expresses surprise to hear the name Sub-Zero again. Eventually, it is settled that the three will seek out Sub-Zero at the next Mortal Kombat tournament. Before then, the three encounter Kitana and attempt to persuade her to ally with Raiden and the Earthrealmers. Kitana refuses, fighting and defeating Smoke and then Johnny Cage. We next see Smoke raring for a fight with Jade, who he thinks has just defeated Kitana. This against Raiden's protests. The woman Jade defeated is Melina. It doesn't stop Smoke from fighting Jade and losing. Jade was instructed by a captive Kitana to seek Raiden out, and lo and behold, Raiden had appeared with a group of allies. Jade informs them of Kitana's capture, and the heroes split. Liu Kang and Kung Lao seek to free Kitana, while Raiden, Johnny Cage, and Smoke set out to participate in more Mortal Kombat matches. We later learn that Johnny Cage and Smoke eventually lose during the second tournament. Smoke doesn't figure again until Cabal's chapter. At the end of that chapter, Raiden and Smoke encounter Cabal as he has defeated a cybernetically converted Sub-Zero. Smoke is happy to see Sub-Zero but expresses remorse at what he has become, though against his will. Cyber Sub-Zero is later reprogrammed by Jax to be freed as a result of Smoke's petitioning, and Smoke's face is the first face Cyber Sub-Zero sees as he awakens. Smoke's next major appearance is when a great mass of Raiden's allies meet up, unsure of what to do next as Raiden's amulet cracks, a signal of impending dark future. The remaining heroes, including Smoke, are attacked by Lin Kuei cyborgs. Smoke gets a much-needed assist from Nightwolf in his fight against Sector. But after repelling the Lin Kuei, the heroes are ambushed by a powered-up Sindel. While all of them rally to fight her, they all lose, with some of them even losing their lives. Smoke sadly dies when Sindel snaps his neck. Thus begins his life as a revenant under Quan Chi's command, who has reanimated the deceased Earthrealm warriors for his bidding. This closes Smoke's role in Mortal Kombat 2011. Smoke is not a playable character in Mortal Kombat 10, but for the inclusion of Triborg as a DLC character, who possesses playable character variations based on Cyrax, Sector, Smoke, and Cyber Sub-Zero. Otherwise, his role in the story mode is generally passive when not being fought against by Earthrealmers in the background, and he is not fought in anyone's story mode. Smoke now assumes the alias of Eninra in Mortal Kombat 10 and the conclusion of the game. He remains a Revenant. Eninra is a name and concept that we'll briefly address. Smoke's origin in the Netherrealm continuity is more explained outside of the game's story modes. It turns out that Smoke, real name Thomas Verbata, was a child sacrificed to a demon. After he died, he turned into an Eninra, inspired by the name of the Japanese smoke demon. In Mortal Kombat, Eninra are formless smoke masses that can assume their previous real-world form. They exist from a soul as it leaves a human and can reassume that previous corporeal form. The Eninra Thomas killed those who sacrificed him, and then returned to his human child self, remaining unaware of what he just did. From here, he later joins the Lin Kuei as Smoke, and his story continues. Smoke's future in Mortal Kombat 11 is ambiguous, shrouded in smoke, if you will. Smoke is clearly supposed to be a hero character, but he has not been restored away from being a Revenant. Mortal Kombat 11's story will deal with the theme of the current selves of characters confronting their past selves. This would be excellent for Smoke, as there's much for him to uncover. Giving the character full story mode cutscenes about his sacrifice as a child and the responding massacre, his journey to the Lin Kuei, and his eventual transformation are all great story arcs for the Revenant Smoke to be confronted with. It would be a lot to take in, certainly, but there is much potential here, and Smoke thus far was originally a hero. What stands in the way of this is the fact that while Smoke is a hero, Smoke is often seen as a minor character, which would threaten the ability to give the character more development and restore him to being a hero. This makes his future less predictable. Thankfully, the Smoke of the NetherRealm continuity is not a cyborg, so that is one less problem to fix. If apparently the timeline has shifted towards the side of light, why not have Smoke rejoin the good side? And that concludes our video on the full story of Smoke. Smoke himself is an uncomplicated character, a man with power who chooses a life as a warrior of discipline and loyalty, and maintains an internalized sense of goodness. But this character's journey is more complicated, at odds with the circumstances and forces of evil, forces that tend to resist against those who live as good people. Smoke thus far in the NetherRealm continuity is still on the unfortunate side of that tussle, but with any hope, we can see him reconverted to the side of good. Let us know your thoughts about Smoke in the comment section below. And that about does it for this video. If you enjoyed what you watched and want to see more from GamingBolt, you can always hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell icon next to it. That way you will never miss any of our videos.